Coordinate geometry. So for IGCSE, you can be given some very complex questions on this topic. So what we will do first of all is go through the basic skills, the basic things you need to know, and then bring it all together to look at the more complex problems. The first thing is all about equations of lines, straight lines, and gradients. So how do we find the equation of a straight line? I keep a page of notes here. So take away minus 3. So your gradient here is negative 2. So your gradient here is minus 3 over 2. Okay, we also need to know how to find the equation of a straight line that passes through a pair of points. So to find the gradient of a straight line, this is the general formula for the equation of a straight line. So we need 2 bits of information. We need the gradient and the y-intercept. So let's find the gradient first by using our gradient formula. So m is 3. So we know that y is equal to 3x plus c. How do we find our y-intercept? We just need to choose a pair of coordinates. We either set, I'm going to choose this one, and we sub that information into our formula. So y is 11, x is 4, take 12 off both sides, c equals minus 1, so your formula is 3x minus 1. Your equation of a straight line is y equals 3x minus 1. Okay, have a go at these questions, put me on pause and unpause when you are finished. Okay, for this first one we need to find our gradient first. Let's sub in, we'll do these ones this time. Take 12 from both sides, gives us c is minus 5. So your equation is y equals 4x minus 5. Part B. I'll choose these ones. Add 4 to both sides. Part C. Find the gradient. Sub in some values. Take 18 off both sides. Here we have m is 3. Add 9 to both sides. Last question. Add 16 to both sides. Our next skill is, can you find the midpoint of two coordinates? So here we have A is at -3, 1, and B is at 1, 3. You can tell by just looking at the diagram your midpoint is here. So let's just take a look at how to find the midpoint if you're not given your two coordinates. So for our x's, we have a -3 and a 1. What number's in between -3 and 1? It's -1. If you add those together, -3 plus 1, and then divide by 2, it will give you your -1. Similarly, for the y coordinates, we have a 1 and a 3. We know 2 is in between 1 and a 3. We could have got that from doing 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Let's just add that to our list of formulas. Okay, so now have a go at these 4 questions. Find the midpoint using the formula. Okay, so for question 1, 2 add -4 over 2, and 5 plus 10 over 2, which gives you -1, 7.5. 2 -3 plus 1, 6 add -4. For 3, so 5 plus -3 is 2, 2 over 2, 1. 8 plus -8 is 0, divided by 2 is 0. And question 4, -0.5 and 8. The next skill we need for coordinate geometry is to find the distance between two coordinate points. Okay, so I have two coordinate points here, A and B. So just have a look and have a little think about how you might find the length between those 2 points. Hopefully, you've noticed we can actually create a right angle triangle. If we use Pythagoras to find the hypotenuse, we'd need to work out the square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared, which would give us a length of 5. That's the distance between A and B, the length of that line. So let's just make a note of the formula here. So we did the square root. Now here, to get the 3, we actually did the difference between -2 and 1, which is 3. And then to find this 4, we need the difference between the y coordinates, which is 4. And we squared them, added them, square root. I would suggest adding the length of the line formula to your formula sheet. Then we have the general equation of a line, gradient, midpoint, and length of a line. Okay, so have a go at these 4 questions yourself. Calculate the distance between the following pairs of coordinates. Put me on pause and unpause when you're finished. Okay, so I have labelled up the coordinates. So for the first one, I need the square root of 1 minus 6 squared, add 8 minus 20 squared. Don't forget to put your negatives in brackets when you're using your calculator, which gives you square root of 169, which is 13, part question 1. Question 2. You can write it as a decimal point if you like. I'm just going to leave mine as root 34. As a decimal, it is 5.8. Okay, questions 3 and 4. Just be careful with the negatives. Don't really need the brackets there. Root 298, or you may have the answer 17.3. And question 4. Root 29, which is 5.4.